Life is world class when we are on the journey of transformation. Yes, here we have a leader, author, editor, charming, inspiring to so many thousands of women. Paromita Chattopadhyay. Welcome, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Sandy. Thank you so much
Wonders.
for having me.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
So lots to learn from you. Please tell us something about your journey.
Okay. The journey, I would say, is like a roller coaster ride. There has never been a dull moment. Right from the time I was a child. This is what I can tell you from what I can remember. And a lot of it has been retold to me by my mother, that I used to be a very, very quiet child. Very quiet. They would call me a monosyllable child, because when I was asked a question, I would either say a yes or a no, and that would be it. It would be a closed-ended answer. No one could really strike more conversation beyond that. That is the kind of childhood I've had. I've always been very academically inclined, and always it has been the books which have come to my rescue. Was not a very people's person. I think this went on till pretty late, till I joined my undergrad at where I completed Bachelor's of Science at St. Francis, Hyderabad. I think that's when the actual transformation, like you said, began. So I began to kind of open up, became a more people's person. I don't know what really brought about the transition. Was it the group of friends I had, or the kind of opportunities that I got during my undergrad? I don't know. It was probably a coming together a lot of things, when suddenly there was a change in me, wherein I actually began to speak on public forums. I began to participate in a lot of activities. So I think that was the kind of a trigger. And then I went on to do my MBA and joined joined a media house. So I think
Yes.
that was again a huge transformation for me,
Yes.
because joining a media house meant interacting with a lot of people, constantly having to, that also in a marketing team. So I had a lot of
Yes.
interaction at that point of time that began to shape me. And then life has gone on very, with its ups and downs, with a lot of learning. Like my mother always says, when you don't win, you learn. So I've had a lot of learnings. I have enjoyed my wins, and I have also stayed very resilient during my failures, and have taken a lot of learnings from that. Then I transitioned to become an educator in the year 2010. So it's been about 11 years as an educator now. And I have perfectly enjoyed this transition, because I think I have never been able to touch lives the way I have been able to as an educator. The gratitude that I have got from people, because their children were my students, kind of, it was extremely gratifying. It was like you feel so humbled that you've been able to make a difference. And after that, the transition into becoming a trainer was pretty much seamless. So once you do it with your children, then to do it with the teachers and everyone else, the transformation continued. And by touching so many lives, my lives was also in many which ways touched, because I feel no one comes into your life without a reason. And whatever, good or bad, there is always some learning that we get from there. So that's the journey of
Beautiful
Paromita
journey.
Chattopadhyay.
Magical journey, truly. Self-transformation to whole world transformation. You have touched hearts, you have inspired teachers, you have won awards, you're a poet, you're a singer, you're a great cook. I'm sure you're a good dancer and a yogi too. Because cooking and right brain is connected.
Yeah, so the creative side, yeah, the right brain is thinking, but I'm not really a dancer. I probably have two left feet.
Great, great. So, what are your memorable moments?
Well, life is full of memorable moments. I think every day that you live, you're creating a memory, because I think every individual is nothing but a sum of the moments that we've lived and the experiences we've had that define us as the individuals we are. But if you talk of picking up a couple of memorable moments, then I think one of the most memorable moments was when I became a mother for the first time. It completely changed the way I looked at things. I never realized there was something called unconditional love till I became a mother. And it comes so organically. You don't really have to plan anything. It's you just want to do everything the very best for your children
Art of
always. Yeah, it just opens your heart to the world and you completely transform as an individual. That selfish part of you just disappears. It just
Yes.
diffuses. So I think
Yes.
that has been a huge transformation. I'm a proud mother to two beautiful daughters. One is 18 years old. She's studying bachelor's of design in Bangalore, and the other one is 14 in grade 9. So I think
Amazing.
that has been a defining moment in my life. Had I not been a mother, I would have been a different individual today.
Yes. Amazing. Very beautiful. Thanks for sharing that joy. And I really love when all the mothers say, when I held my first child, and I held my second child, you went ahead and said, there came selflessness, there came oneness, and then selfishness vanished. Amazing. Now, coming to your moments when you felt really, wow, I'm proud of you, Paromita. Well done. Great job. What were those moments?
Saniji, one thing I must tell you, I think that was something that eluded me for a long time. I think I used to be very, very demanding with myself. I would never be happy, very, very critical of everything that I did. I think that was one thing I was really trying to get over because I realized that being so critical of oneself really doesn't do you much good. Yes, as
Yes.
much as practice makes progress and you want to do better, but a pat on the back, words of affirmation for self, I thought really mattered. And I think in the last 3 years, from 2018 August, when God has blessed me with another lease of life, I have begun to give myself positive affirmations. I have told myself that you are a chosen child of the God. You have to say that, whatever you achieve, you need to acknowledge that achievement, pat yourself, and then move ahead. And that is something I'm doing mindfully now. So even if I cook a good dish and I see the smiles of on everybody's faces on dinner table, that for me is a wow, Paramita, you've done a good job. When I do a good training session and every member from the participants tells me that it impacted them in some way, I say, wow, you've done a good job, Paramita. When a student who was getting a 60% suddenly begins to get a 75, 80%, I say, wow, Paramita, you've done a good job. So these are the affirmations I keep giving myself because I think every moment is a wow moment because there is some learning which is coming out.
What makes you happy in terms of material,
Happiness.
diamond ring, or serving?
No, actually, none of the material things in life make me happy. They might be a trigger, but that's not true happiness. I think I'm happy when I see my children achieve. Whenever they have a huge achievement, whenever their progress reports are announced, or they do even a small thing like probably contributing to a social cause. My children were involved in cleanup of the Mumbai Versova Beach. So when they are recognized for their efforts, I think I feel extremely happy because I think that my upbringing has been good. I have been able to create two individuals and given back to the society whatever
Yes.
I thought was necessary. So for me, happiness is about seeing people around me happy and keeping myself in a happy space, no matter what, because finally I believe every journey outside begins from the journey inside.
You are sure to be happy always. Two leaders, two patriots, magic. And you have been doing so much for the society. So there are unseen hands helping you, unseen blessings, invisible hands serving you, like they say, Hari ke haath hazar. Amazing. Now, how did it all start? The philanthropy,
Uh,
the selfless service, going beyond
so
self.
like I said, it used to like initially the need to help someone was always there, but being a reclusive child or an introvert, it wasn't really manifesting in as many ways. So I probably do my little bit in my capacity at that point of time. As I became more open, people found me to be more approachable. So as a leader, when I was at the school, I had a team of 62 teachers reporting to me. So I would see that apart from their professional pains or hurts, they would even come to me to discuss their personal things. So I realized that in some which ways they were connecting with me, which was beyond the professional boundaries. And that kind of made me extremely happy to know that people were able to approach me and I could do a little bit to make someone happy. So it started pretty much like that. Then I got associated with Indian Development Foundation as a student mentor while I was still at school, while I was trying to initiate the students to do a little more beyond themselves. Because nowadays, if you see children come from single children homes, single child homes, so the
Yes.
concept of sharing, the concept of doing, the concept of being selfless is a little difficult for them to imbibe. So while during my interactions with the children at that point of time, I completely got engrossed into social community service, and then my association with IDF continued. Then I got associated with Women with Wings, and that has really brought about a huge transformation when I know that whatever I'm doing is impacting and inspiring women across the globe. I think it gives me immense joy. So I write a lot of social media content for Women with Wings. And I write their fortnightly magazine in which I take up pertinent themes, like self-worth, self-love, affirmations, the need to be accepted first by self, then by anyone else. The need to not be a superwoman and just being, with your imperfections, you are just doing great. These kind of, stories woven into narratives I share within their fortnightly magazine. Plus, whatever I can do. So even in my community, there are, the domestic helpers who I feel they need some kind of a support. Could be financial, could just be emotional support. So
Yes.
wherever possible, I try and give them that support so that they can overcome their adversity and come out stronger and more fortified.
Beautiful. What are your top three values?
Top three values. The first value is gratitude, because a heart without gratitude is can never be a peaceful heart. So if you have gratitude in your heart, I think everything else falls in place because you learn to say thank you for the good. You learn to say
Yes.
thank you for the bad because everything is a learning. So I think one of the most important values is going to be gratitude. Constantly be thankful for what you've got. We have a huge generation which feels very entitled. So I tell them entitlement is not really a thing that you need to carry with you. You need to understand that everything that you're getting, you have to be extremely privileged to get that. So please carry gratitude in your heart. So that would be my
Yes.
value number one. Second one would be humility, because I feel humility is another value which with time is somehow disappearing. My mother would give a very beautiful example, Saniji, which I would like to share here. She
Yes,
said that when there is a mango tree, when it is growing, it keeps growing erect and tall towards the sky. But the moment it becomes laden with mangoes, it starts to bend lower towards the ground. So if a mango tree is also bending down when it is, bearing fruit, then why can't a human with all his success be humble, be grounded? Because it is from the roots that we can reach the sky. The moment you are uprooted, you will never be able to do. So I think humility is my second
number two.
value, number two. And the third is going to be hard work and persistence. That is non-negotiable. I think while I have supreme faith in the Almighty, but there is no compromise on hard work and persistence. You have to be at it if you want to achieve any larger good in life. You have to stay at it because it is never going to come to you easily. And if you're going to give up after one failure, you will never reach where you are destined to. So I think constantly moving towards your goals, towards your final dream that you want to achieve, and making small efforts towards it with persistence and hard work. I think this is what my top three values are.
Super. 1G and 2H. Simple. Gratitude will keep you happy. Humility for being grounded to face life. No one can defeat you because you're humble. You're already saying, I'm defeated, you win. Okay. And the third
Right.
one, keep marching, roaring like a lion, like an eagle, soar high
Yes,
with hard work. No free
that's
lunch.
true. No free
Great.
lunches. I keep telling my children the same thing. No matter how talented you are, hard work cannot be replaced.
Yes. Hard work beats talents. Hard
Yes.
work wins championship. Great.
Definitely.
What is the secret of your smile?
The secret of my smile is the peace that I have inside because of the gratitude that I have towards everything that I've got. I think it just comes like that. If we are going to allow happiness to be outside of us and wait for someone else to make you happy, it's very difficult to keep the smile. So I think you have to find ways to understand that you are the only source of your own happiness. And despite the, the pandemonium around you, you stay grounded and you find your own happiness. So I meditate, I constantly reinforce myself and say that yes, good things are going to happen to you. And I keep that smile so that I can, pass through all the adversities of life with that same smile on my face.
A great message. Can't escape adversities, but keep some gratitude and happiness inside. Be the source of happiness. Then smile is automatic. And then everything
Yeah,
is related. You said it so beautiful. Happiness, peace, and smile. And gratitude all go together. And be
together,
your
yes.
own happiness, cultivate your own happiness. Beautiful.
True.
Life in one word.
Life in one word would be the best teacher.
Paromita in one word.
The best learner.
Love in one word.
Giving.
Happiness in one word.
Satisfaction.
Peace in one word.
Peace in one word would be the serenity inside.
Your daughters in one word.
My inspiration.
Inspiration in one word.
uh, Something that keeps you going.
Yes. Now you're a singer. You should end this interview with a song. You have to share your favorite song and sing 2 lines for us. Thank you.
Favorite song. Okay. I don't really have many favorites, but I keep humming all the time. So I would probably, since we are signing off, I'd probably sing Chalte chalte मेरे ये गीत याद रखना कभी अलविदा ना कहना कभी अलविदा ना कहना रोते हंसते बस यूं ही तुम गुनगुनाते रहना कभी अलविदा ना कहना कभी अलविदा ना कहना.
Yes.
Thank you.
I'm so thankful to you. There were so many beautiful, deep life messages that life is a journey. There's no end to it. It's all a beginning of a new you, a beginning of your next level. So I'm super, super, super excited, happy, feeling a deep peace in my heart, sitting in front of you, learning from your rich experiences, your values, your mama lessons, because we don't lose, we only learn and we move forward and staying happy and humble. Great. Thank you so much, Paromita, for joining us. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Anuji. It's been an absolute pleasure to come here, talk to you, and to be able to share my life experiences. I hope these experiences help others to stay, stay motivated and keep looking ahead at life. Because, like I said, there is no better teacher than life. So be the best learner you can.
Yes. I promise to be a lifelong learner and will make you proud. Thank you once again.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.